Hello, everyone. As a lead analyst for the Chii community, I'm here today to walk you through a forensic intelligence briefing. Our goal? To answer two absolutely vital questions. What is Chii, really, and why is this moment, right now, its time?
So, let's start with the shock that really defined our present moment. The moment the global system as we knew it completely ruptured.
You know, back in late March, when the Strait of Hormuz was blockaded, our intelligence didn't just see a temporary problem. No, we identified a fundamental break, a real fracture in the old world order. This wasn't a minor disruption. This was the beginning of a massive 50-year reset. And the immediate impact was just staggering. A 90% drop in tanker traffic through one of the most critical global choke points on the planet. I mean, all of a sudden, the fragility of the entire system wasn't just some abstract theory anymore. It was a cold, hard fact staring us all in the face.
You can see right here how violently the market reacted. Brent crude prices just exploded, smashing through major psychological barriers. That was the signal. It confirmed that a massive energy shock was underway, and it was happening now.
So while the rest of the world was scrambling, just reacting to the headlines, our community, we were already moving. Why? Because we operate on a totally different timeline. We saw the signals long before they became a crisis.
And this gets us to the absolute core of Chii. It's about the power of information. It's about seeing the patterns, seeing the signal in all the noise, well before it ever becomes a headline. Think about it like this. The old world's information system is tiered, it's delayed. By the time you read it in the legacy news, you are already 72 hours behind the curve. But the Chii Intelligence Monitor, well, it flips that on its head. It gives our homesteads the power to act 72 hours times ahead of global market shocks.
And our monitor, it isn't just a stream of data, it's our compass. It takes all of that global chaos and translates it into a clear, simple score, our resilience premium. This is what allows our communities to turn these massive macroeconomic shocks into real, actionable opportunities right here at home.
Okay, so let's look at the proof. How did this intelligence actually allow us to execute what we're calling Africa's Great Pivot? How did we turn a global choke point into a local sovereign corridor?
Well, as the world's supply chain started to fracture, as things ground to a halt, we didn't panic. We focused inward. We activated our own sovereign trade networks, right here.
And this number just brilliantly illustrates the result. A 182% year-over-year surge in Uganda's gold exports in the middle of a global crisis.
Now, it's so important to get this. This was not a windfall. This wasn't just some lucky break. This was the direct outcome of a system we designed. A system built to create immediate, liquid wealth by verifying and controlling our own resource flows. This is the proof point. So how did we actually do it? Let's break down the mechanism, the protocol that allows us to turn our ancestral heritage, our very soil, into permanent liquid wealth. The protocol is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Step 1, we localize. We activate our own mining protocols to process minerals right at the source. Step 2, we digitize, using the Chii marketplace for direct sovereign trade. And finally, step 3, we secure. We turn these physical, land-backed assets into secure, tokenized capital. It allows us to bypass all the global bottlenecks and trade on our own terms. And listen, these aren't just ideas. These are the precision instruments we are using on the ground right now. The Chii marketplace is our own independent trade network. The CHI mining protocols are turning soil into liquid wealth faster than any traditional system ever could. And Seed of Legacy is how we convert ancestral land claims into verified, tokenized assets. So here's the crucial point. We are making a fundamental shift from being importers who are constantly facing cost of living shocks to becoming a digital sanctuary of wealth, a system where we own our own energy and food chains. Which brings us right back to the beginning, to the final definitive answer to our core question. We've seen the why now, so what actually is Chii? It's not a theory, it's not a project. Chii is the living, breathing, operating system for Africa's renaissance. It's the engine that powers our sovereign awakening. And this operating system, it's built on 4 fundamental pillars. It's all about digitizing our indigenous algorithms of abundance. These pillars are collaboration, heritage, innovation, and information. You know, we are no longer asking for a seat at the table. We're done with that. Instead, we are building our own table and the chairs and the entire hall they sit in. We are architecting an entirely new infrastructure for our own prosperity. The old world is failing, that much is clear. So for those of us in the Chii community, this is the year we take back the light. And the final question is for you. As this all unfolds, are you going to be a spectator, or are you going to be an architect?